Zatsa, and it's great to have you with us. Pressmen and women joined their counterparts nationwide to commemorate World Press Freedom Day. This year's edition was under the theme Journalism under Digital Siege. Colette Loom has details.
Cameroonian pressmen and women joined their counterpart worldwide today to commemorate World Press Freedom Day. This 29th edition is celebrated under the theme Journalism under Digital Siege. This year's theme is intended to highlight the multiple ways in which surveillance and digital-mediated attacks endanger journalists and journalism, according to the United States information on this event. Worth noting, the latest United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO World Trends Report incites discussion on threats that silence trends in the safety of journalists, shows that surveillance and hacking are compromising journalists worldwide and Cameroon inclusive, and can expose information gathered surveillance by journalists, including from whistleblowers, and violates the principle of source protection, which is universally considered a prerequisite for freedom of the media and is enshrined in the UN resolution. Surveillance may also harm the safety of journalists by disclosing sensitive private information which could be used for arbitrary judicial harassment or attack. Aside these surveillance challenges encountered by the pressmen and women in Cameroon especially, there are other challenges.
The press in Cameroon, the private press in Cameroon is very, very sick. We have so many difficulties that if we start enumerating them here today, we may not end up finishing them. But the first difficulty we understand that media, private media, the private media in Cameroon faces is that of access to information, which is limited only to the public media.
However, there is a way out. The observance of World Press Freedom Day also reminds government of the need to respect their commitment to press freedom, according to the United Nations. This day further serves as an opportunity to celebrate the fundamental principles of press freedom, assess the state of press freedom around the world, and pay tribute to journalists who have lost their lives in the line of duty. Happy Press Freedom Day to all pressmen and women in Cameroon and worldwide.
And as part of activities to mark the World Press Freedom Day, the Cameroon Association of English-Speaking Journalists in Boya, abbreviated as Kamasej, engaged in a sanitation campaign in Moliko, Boya. Our regional correspondent from the Southwest region, Emmanuel C.
Men and women, under the banner of the Cameroon Association of English-Speaking Journalists in Boya, joined the Hygiene and Sanitation Company, Izakam, at the weekend to clean the streets of Moliko as part of their activities to commemorate the World Press Freedom Day. The journalists converged at checkpoint to strategize how the cleanup will look like. According to the Secretary General of Kamasech Boya, Jude Mbaku, he explained why a sanitation touch is needed in Moliko Boya.
We are doing activities related to the celebrations of World Press Freedom Day that comes on the 10th of May. And as part of our activities, we earmarked today to do a general sensitization campaign. We are in an era where there are a chunk of cases, cholera cases in the Southwest region, and we are just struggling to recover from the serious harm caused by the COVID-19. So it was just very important that in the community where we live and work as journalists, we produce news every day and know how many people suffer from these cases, how people go through a lot in terms of sanitation. So these are health hazards we could also not just turn our eyes to against. So we thought that we should come together and sensitize the population of Boya.
Madame Lyonga Etombi is a worker at the Hygiene and Sanitation Company. She is so excited that journalists in Boya have joined them in keeping the town clean.
It makes me very happy because I dream that I don't get them things. The main society help we have to keep the town clean. Though now work is not easy too. So they help the best to make the population join with you by when they use their dirty, they inside taxi and you get dirty, you want throw them. No shoot them over taxi. Take the dirty, put them inside your bag. When you see play dirty there, you put them inside. If you hear Isaka moto, pom 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 pom, before you move your dirty, bring them for outside.
The 2022 celebration of World Press Freedom Day, which comes up tomorrow, May 3, 2022, according to the United Nations Education.
We continue with a road accident this early morning in Bamenda involving a 70-seater bus belonging to Guarantee Express Travel Agency. The bus overturned around a GTHS Santa in the northwest region. No loss of life has been recorded, but a few people are reported injured. 3 persons have died and many injured in a bus crash in Pencha. The bus carrying passengers left the road and overturned close to a bush. Passengers of the said vehicle say fatigue, drunkenness could be the cause of the incident. In sports, former Indomitable Lion defender Aurelien Chedou has officially announced his retirement from international football. He played for clubs like Lille and AG Auxerre before putting an end to his football career. He has been in 47 selections with the Indomitable Lions. He participated in the 2010 and 2014 World Cup in Brazil with Samuel Eto'o. He ends his sports career at the age of 36 years old. And out of the country, some Al-Shabaab jihadists armed with guns and explosives are reported to have stormed an African Union base in Somalia. Reports say the incident, which occurred on Tuesday yesterday, triggered a fierce firefight that killed Burundian soldiers. According to a high-ranking Burundian military officer, about 30 soldiers were killed with 22 wounded, while a dozen are still missing. Somalia's government has condemned the attack, which targeted the African Union peacekeeping force, while appealing to the entire Somalian country or community to do more to support the peacekeeping force. And that was all for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Judior Pelama with the technical assistance of Mancho Robert. Thank you, faithful viewers, for watching. You have many stories on 3:30 p.m. Prime Info with Gladys Bomotongina and 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fons Quinta. Coming up next is The Brief with Lasha Kingsley and Gladys Bomotongina. Have a nice time.
My Media Prime TV, the African Eye.